What's up, guys? It's Wally, and today we're going to be doing some battles with the Generation 1 team. So on Friday in chat, we were talking about a lot of different teams because we were doing Vero battles, and a couple people in chat were actually doing some really cool teams with mono-type teams, potential like gym leader type teams as well, and that actually got us talking about generational teams. And I think that's something we're going to do here is just kind of like a little series to be able to do teams that are strictly Pokemon from certain generations. And of course, we got to start with the original Generation 1. Now, it's going to be a little difficult because the only restricted from that generation was Mewtwo, and we all know how Mewtwo is, right? So it's going to be a little difficult from that standpoint, but also we're looking at all Generation 1 mons, and unfortunately power creep is a real thing. You know, there are a lot of Pokemon that are extremely strong nowadays that would just be able to take down Generation 1 mons in, you know, a flash. But that's not to say that there aren't Pokemon that are going to have really, really good utility, because again, Mewtwo is going to be our restricted, but other than that, Dragonite has been a great Pokemon in the past regulations, obviously with that extreme speed and the normal Terra, but it also does some really good damage, obviously with the Choice Band, with the Outrage, and even the Aerial Ace and the Stomping Tantrum. Vaporeon, I know, is not necessarily a popular pick, but it's a Pokemon I used back in Series 1, back in San Diego for those regionals. But it's a great mon because it's got the Water Absorb, really great against any kind of water Pokemon. It's got the Citrus Berry because it is pretty bulky, and it also has the Fairy Terror as well, along with the Terra Blast. That's going to be our Fairy move on this team, and then of course Hydro Pump and Ice Beam are just great moves in general. I wish Hydro Pump would hit more often, but still, good move regardless. Now we do also have Arcanine. It's got the safety goggles, that way it won't be put to sleep. It's got the Flare Blitz, Extreme Speed itself, and then the Howl, which is really going to help itself as well as Dragonite. It's going to make that Choice Band even stronger if you're able to get the +1, +2, or something like that as well. Zapdos is going to be one of our main supporters here with the Tailwind. Also does some really good damage with the Thunderbolt as well as the Hurricane. And of course, we got Ditto, who is going to be our second restricted in a way because, again, it's able to transform into whatever you end up putting it out in front of. So if you see something like a Calyrex Ice, throw that out there in front of it. I mean, you got something that's going to be able to resist some of those moves and also be a really, really strong attacker too. So again, a really great team of Generation 1 Pokemon here. I'm really excited to see if we can pick up any wins. Again, because of power creep, I know it's going to be a little difficult, but we're going to have a damn good time with this. So we'll get into some battles, but before we do, as always, if you guys are new here, just haven't chat, please make sure to go down and hit the subscribe button. If you do enjoy the video, please make sure to drop a like too. But let's get into the battles. All right, now this one's going to be tough, especially considering the fact that we're not going to be able to change the terrain. That's tough. So here's what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to find other ways of really kind of taking care of that. So I'm actually fine with starting with Dragonite. And we're also going to go for it may sound unpopular, but we're going to go Vaporeon too. I know. We're also going to bring Ditto, and then of course we're going to bring Mewtwo as well. Not the greatest pick per se, but it's still a pick nonetheless. At least we have a fighting move on it as well, and that's going to be a big help going forward in this matchup too. So let's see what ends up happening here, and just kind of hope for the best here against Dylan, dude. Good luck though, dude. Let's see what they end up starting though. Question is, do they go with a kind of a Trick Room? No, they are not. They're going to go for a Tailwind, and that is totally understandable. I am not going to be upset at that. So, here's what we're going to end up doing. I'm going to go for a Stomping Tantrum over into Miraidon, and we're going to Terrastalize and go for the Terra Blast over there too. I want to take care of Miraidon as quickly as possible. And my assumption is this is probably going to be an Electric Terra, which is the main reason why we ended up going, yep, for the Stomping Tantrum as well. My hope here is that they don't go for a Volt Switch because, again, there's no one to change terrain here. So my hope is that they want to stay out there. And again, if we end up taking an Electro Drift, we're screwed. Period. So that's why we had to Terrastalize here too. But let's see what ends up happening. Volt Switch, Electro Drift. It's a Tailwind, that's fair. Damn, it's not what we wanted to see. That's good though. Wow! Wow, into a resist like that, huh? It's alright, at least we get a Fairy move over into Incineroar. That'll be pretty nice. Honestly, the Intimidate ain't gonna do anything, thankfully. I'll get the Terror Blast. This will do about a quarter, maybe a third if we're lucky. Yeah, about that. We're gonna go into Mewtwo on this one. Rough. We're gonna go for the Aura Sphere, and we're also gonna go for the Hydro Pump. We're gonna fake out one of us. I don't care which one it is. We're gonna hit you with the other one. Question is, what do they do? Oh, they just go straight Moonblast. That's fair. We'll get the Aura Sphere first. We knock out Incineroar. That's actually huge. That's some damn good damage there. Love to see that, but now we're going with a Hydro Pump. Surprisingly enough, that's not bad. That is not bad. Going into Boulder, rough for us. That's fine. Plus attack. Of course. Makes sense. Try to go for the Dark Pulse over there. Let's also go for the Hydro. They're only going to be able to take out one. And they take out none. That's beautiful. We'll get the Dark Pulse. Almost pick up the KO. And we hit the Hydro Pump. Thank you. Alright, here's what we're going to have to do. I hate to swap out Vaporeon here, but I think it's something we're going to have to do. Only because we really do want to copy Miraidon. Let's protect. Swap into Ditto. They can go Encore on this next one, but I'm gonna hope that that's not gonna be the case. Again, it's a hope. That's big, actually. That's big. Because if they do this into Mewtwo, we might be okay. Unless they go Discharge, which is possible. Oh, they go Parabolic Charge. Okay, that's fair, too. It's unfortunate, but it's okay. We tank. Still do about half, though. Watch. Never mind. I am way off on that one. Their Tailwind's gone. That's huge. Try to go for the Side Strike over there. Screw it, I'm gonna go Parabolic Charge too right now. Why not? That's fine, they're gonna get another Parabolic. Because they're Spect. Nice! We should have just went Draco, huh? That's beautiful. They have to knock themselves out. That's awesome. Yes, they do heal up a little bit, but what can you do? What can you do? Wow, that did more than I was expecting. And we get back up to 110. That's huge. That might allow us... That's going to allow us to win this one, I think. Barring a crit or something like that, I think we got this. I don't want to count my chickens before they hatch, so to speak, but I don't trust Hydro Pump. Screw you. Are you kidding me? I don't think so. And let's go Draco. That's fine. I think we have enough power and special defense to hang in there. Barely. Yeah, they go all the way back up. Ooh, they didn't like that. What ended up happening? Please show me what happened. Come on, please. We have the berry. That's big. We get the Draco. Nice. I know that sucks, but we get the Terra Blast. Not quite out, but I think that would be enough to be able to win this one. That's totally understandable. They get the Parabolic Charge on the next one. Wouldn't do much to Ditto, pardon me. It would knock out Vaporeon, but they would only gain back a little bit from that. And so they wouldn't be able to heal up enough to be able to survive one more Draco Meteor. So that was the reasoning behind that. Either way, pardon me for what I said about Miraidon earlier, but thankfully we ended up coming out the win. Good game. Ooh, now, while they do have Fake Out Pressure, they do have Fake Out Pressure with the Pokemon that is Mold Breaker, which means that Dragonite would end up faking out. That would be unfortunate. Here's what we're going to do. We're not going to bring Mewtwo. They don't have a restricted, so we'll leave it at home. Besides, it's not necessarily the greatest matchup anyways. But what we can go with, we can start Arcanine, and we can start Vaporeon. Vaporeon might be a little tough. No. Let's start Arcanine and Zapdos. We're going to bring Ditto in the back, and honestly, I might roll with Dragonite. The Fairy typing would be great, too, on them, but we would get rocked by Steel at that point. And then the Water just wouldn't be good because of the Ogerpon. So let's go Dragonite. So let's go those four, and let's see what we can do. Again, non-restricted battle here. Granted, it is still Reg G, but just one where none of us are going to bring one. Let's hope for the best here. Thankfully, it's not a Miraidon. And let's see what they end up leading. Again, I would imagine like Tinkaton and I don't even know who else. But Tinkaton and someone else, and then they're going to have Palmot in the back. Grimmsnarl and Tink. Okay, that makes sense. Question is who's going to get faked out. They'll get the Intimidates, that's great. Yeah, sure, Mold Breaker, congratulations. Means you're not even going to get Static either. That's going to be the other thing too. I'm going to try for the Flare Blitz over there. Let's go for the Thunderbolt too. Honestly, I want to take out Tinkaton as quick as possible. That's going to be my main goal here. That's some damn good damage to start off. A little bit of recoil. Ah, but they got a berry, so this probably won't take out. But we do have the possibility of doing some... Oh, it's a Figgy. Yeah, we definitely don't take out then. Oh, they're going Stealth Rock. Okay. That's fair. Can we do enough with the Thunderbolt? Didn't think so. If it was a Citrus Berry, different story. But unfortunately for us... That was not the case. So let's go Flare Blitz over there. Let's go Thunderbolt and Grimmsnarl. Yeah. Smart move. Smart move. Ooh, the knockoff. There goes our Covert Cloak, unfortunately. But we're still going to be okay. Not going to affect damage output or anything like that. It's just that we're going to be able to be faked out and stuff like that too. And if they go with, you know, things that are going to drop stats and stuff, it's going to actually affect us now. I should have put a Tailwind up at some point, truly. We'll have to do that on this next one. Just hope it's not a turn too late, you know? Who are you bringing? Who are you bringing? Why do I feel like it's going to be Palmot? Because it is. Alright. Here's what we're going to do. I'm a Howl. I know that sounds dumb, but I'm a Howl. And, let's go for the Tailwind this time. Oh, they actually go Double Shock this time. Was not expecting that, honestly. Alright, now... Oh, my bad. I forgot we went Tailwind. Okay. So if we don't get knocked out here, we can actually go for a Hurricane, and that is going to be super effective over there. But that's if we don't get Spirit Break right here to be knocked out. Okay, we got Spirit Break to be knocked out. That's okay, though. That is okay. Still in a decent spot. We do a Dragonite. I think we're gonna bring them out. Ooh. Ooh, I have an idea. I hate to swap Arcanine out, especially after just doing a Howl. We might be okay without it, though. Okay, yeah. Let's not terrestrialize them. Let's go for another Howl. Let's terrestrialize and go for an E-Speed. I understand. Actually, no. You know what we're going to do? E-Speed. And we're going to E-Speed. Unfortunately, we didn't get it in time and we did in the wrong slot. I wanted to be able to knock out Palmot before he was able to go for... Well, not the Thunder Wave, but for the Revival Blessing. Unfortunately, I was just a second too late. I should have thought about that a little sooner. Yeah. That's unfortunate because we would have taken them out. And it would have been 2-on-2 instead of now a, 3.5-on-3. So, let's go extreme speed over there. And let's Terra. And let's go extreme speed over there. Game would have been over if we would have actually done that on time. So now we have to be a little craftier. A little more crafty. Craftier, a little more crafty. Whatever the proper English is to that. Someone let me know down in the comments. Please feel free to correct me. But let's hope that we can just take them all out right here. We do have to deal with Tinkaton, and that's going to be a problem. But I think we're going to still be okay. By Grim. We'll take out Palmot as long as we're not fully parried. Perfect. And now we got a... Oh, nice crit! And now we got essentially a full Pokemon and 2 half Pokemon versus a half Pokemon and a full Pokemon. Confusing, I know. And it's Dragonite. That's unfortunate. But, still going to be okay here. One of us is going to get faked out, the other one is not. And both of us can get faked out at this point. Let's go Flare Blitz over there. I want to see our Dragonite get knocked out. That's what they were going for, fair. The reason why I want our Dragonite to be knocked out is just because I want to be able to turn into Tinkaton. But that's not going to be the case anymore, which honestly at this point, now I'm okay with. As long as they only have one Pokemon left, we're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. And also with the damage that they were doing on that too, we're going to be okay too. Let's go Extremes. 80. Flare Blitz 120 with Stab would be 180 divided by 2 because of the not very effective. Would be 90 with the chance to burn. I think we know which one we're doing. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, here comes that normal Terra. Let's see it. Oh. Well, at least we're going Flare Blitz. Hey, let's go. Funny thing is, the stronger move ended up being the right one. Question is, do we get taken out to an E-Speed? We go first. So they're not going E-Speed. Smart. Oh, but Arcanine survives! Holy cow, let's go! Big survive! And just enough to be able to take out the Steel D-Knight. Huge damage right there, thankfully. And through the Reflect as well. And it's enough to be able to pick up the win. And I'm glad that our little blunder earlier didn't keep us from actually winning this one. That was a hard-fought battle, and thankfully we were crafty enough to be able to pick up the win. Good game. Oh man, looks like we're ending on a Reggie Wheezing. It's going to be a lot of fun. Kind of. Yeah, that's going to be rough. What's going to... It's going to be rough for Ditto. I don't know if we can even bring Ditto this time. Either way, though, let's end up going Mewtwo to start, along with, honestly, probably Dragonite. Let's go with our two strongest Mons. Let's finish up. Honestly, I hate to say it, we are going to bring Ditto, because if we have to face Ice Rider, which I would imagine we would have to, it's not a bad one to switch into. And then lastly... I really don't want to go Vaporeon, but it might actually be the right call here. I hate to say that, but let's go Vaporeon. Let's hope that it can help. Well, some water, we'll have some ice. And if we terrestrialize, we'll have some fairy. Isn't that great? So let's see what happens. Are they going to go Wheezing Regigigas, or are they going like Ice Rider and Incineroar? That's going to be the question. Watch them go something completely different, though. Nope. Per usual. Love these guys. Used to love to use them back in Sword Shield, so... Although, to be honest with you, I never used Wheezing for the most part. It used to actually be Worry Seed, Whimsicott, which was a lot of fun. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go Aura Sphere over there. And... let's click the button, baby. We're going to Outrage. Beautiful. That's fine. That's not who we're going after. We can go Side Strike over there on the next one. That's good. We'll get the Aura Sphere. Oh! Oh boy, that's good damage. We targeted the right Mon. Can you believe we targeted the right Mon? That is awesome. Dragonite just doing the right thing. Watch this next one be Fluttermane. I don't know why I had that feeling. That is not Fluttermane. That is the Ice Rider. Okay. Here's what we got to do. We got to go for the Side Strike over there, and we got to keep going, obviously, for the Outrage. Main reason for that is I need to take out the neutralizing gas. And this will do some good damage, and then we can actually swap... let's go. We can actually swap Ditto into that slot, which will be nice. Good damage. Cool. Do we dare go for a double switch here? That's Rilla. We might be able to. Here's what we're going to do. Swap into Ditto over there. Oh, we're locked into Outrage. Never mind. We're going to lose, yeah, Dragonite. My bad. Sorry, I forget that it's either 2 or 3 turns. And unfortunately, this one was a 3 turn, not a 2 turn. That's unfortunate. What we should have done probably was actually go for the Protect. Oh, nice. I mean, we get taken out here, don't get me wrong, but I'm glad they just went for that. D-Knight's gone. That is unfortunate, but... we've got a couple things in the back that'll help. Let's go for Vaporeon here. Trick Room for 3. Let's reverse the Trick Room. Let's Protect. Ditto's fast. We don't want to... Oh, wait, no, we don't have the Scarf on this one. My bad. We have Sash, not Scarf. That's totally on me. My bad. Vaporeon protects here. Nope, no Grassy Glide. Beautiful. Nice. Let's go. That is a huge, huge survive right there. That's big. So here's what we do now. I think we got to go for the Glacial Lance. Truly. We need to take out them. Although they do have Terra, which is unfortunate. Let's do that. Let's do that. And as much as I would love to go for a Hydro Pump, we got to go for the Terra Blast over there. I trust that a lot more than a... Yep, and here comes the Terraforilla. Oh. And that Grassy Glide's going to pick it up over on... yeah, that's actually smart. They're going to pick up the Grassy Glide over on Ice Rider. Or over on Ditto, I should say, not Ice Rider. Smart call, though. Smart call. I can't even be upset at it. Yeah. And that really is the right call. I just gotta hope that we can do enough damage here with this. It's gonna be tough. I don't think we're gonna get it, but again, it's worth a shot. Yeah, I didn't think so. Smart call. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do now. Obviously, we gotta go into Mewtwo. Let's protect. And Hydro Pump is gonna be the best move. We just need to trust that we can hit it. It's gonna be the main thing. The good thing is they don't have a boost to their attack or anything. That's going to be big. Good. Nice. That's huge, honestly. That is probably one of the best things to happen right here. This should do about half, I would imagine. We're physically bulky. Wow, that's a lot more than half. We actually hit this, too. And we picked them up. Okay. That's a big pickup. Now we have 2-on-1. And we do have a berry. I forgot about that. That's huge. When did they lose terrain? Not for one more. Okay, that's fine. Let's try for the Psy Strike. And let's go Ice Beam. Nice, we are slower. Good damage. And the crit! Holy cow. Honestly, not a bad call. Not a bad call. But I think we can actually pull this one out in the end. Especially considering the fact that we're healing up. And we have a super effective move against them. And the grass is gone. So even if they go Wood Hammer, it's not going to be as strong as it would be with the terrain. Pick up the Ice Beam. We should. Pick up the KO, baby. And look at that. Vaporeon, who I was a little reluctant to bring a little bit, ended up being the hero in the end. Let's go. Poor Mewtwo for going down, but thankfully we kind of maneuvered around the Trick Room and around Calyrex Ice, and thankfully we actually hit that Hydro Pump. Good game. So isn't it great that 9 generations later, these Pokemon can actually still work in a competitive sense? Now don't get me wrong, Mewtwo is definitely a hard restricted to use when you have so many other options that are better, but still, with the Life Orb, the fact that you do have Unnerve, which is great too, and some really strong stab moves with Psy Strike, potentially Dark Pulse if you Terastallize, and another good coverage move with Aura Sphere, it still can do some good damage if you're out there to be able to move first, or be able to guarantee that you're going to stay out there for a little bit. Dragonite, obviously, we've seen it over the last handful of regulations as well, which has been great. Arcanine is great for the Intimidate. Ditto to switch in for like a second restricted. Zapdos for the Tailwind. And I know, the dark horse here, Vaporeon. Pokemon that I used back in Regulation A and actually brought to San Diego ended up being extremely beneficial here, and especially with that Fairy Terra for that Fairy Terra Blast, it makes it a really great Pokemon. But again, did I think that we were actually going to get some really good wins with this team? Not necessarily. I didn't have high hopes for Mewtwo. I'm sure some people have some other better builds, and if you guys do, make sure to put them down in the comments. I would love to see them. But thankfully, we were able to come out with some big wins here, and Mewtwo and Vaporeon were big parts of that. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to go down to drop a like. If you're new, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.